Moneymane in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak that CC flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Moneymane. You already know.
Myself, we back with another video. But before we get into it, you already know what you need to do. I need y'all to spam like button, give me the 200 likes, subscribe and share, tell a friend about that Moneymane. You already know, because you already know we coming with these bangers, man. Now, if you didn't know, now you know, my savage. The Federal Reserve raises interest rate by 0.50%, points to curb inflation, but sees steeper hikes ahead. Now, if you didn't know, the Fed, they have meetings during the year, and the Fed was meeting about the inflation. And today was the day the Federal Reserve was going to raise the interest rates by 50 basis points. And that's exactly what they did. But as you can see, they raised the interest rate by 50 basis points, but sees steeper hikes ahead. So we can still see a recession next year when the Federal Reserve start cutting back on the rates that they've been doing. We can still see a recession in 2023. It might be a mild one. It could be a hard one. Can't nobody predict, understand, predict what's going on. So we just gonna have to wait and see. But the Federal Reserve is going slower, but aiming higher. The Fed raised its key short-term interest rate by 0.5 percentage point Wednesday, dialing back from recent outsized hikes as it draws up an end in its aggressive campaign to tame soaring inflation. So the Fed had been raising it by 75 basis points since they had started meeting and when inflation started. So they had been raising it 75 to try to curve it back down. And this past November, they got the CPI data, and then on yesterday, depends on who watches the video, the 13th, that showed in November the inflation was coming down. It went from, they had projected it to be 7.3, but it came down to 7.1. I know y'all saying that ain't a big difference, but it is in the Fed eyes and people that deal with those interest rates like credit cards, car loans, bank loans. You know what I'm saying? So mortgages, all that. That would affect the interest rates. So with it going down, the Fed now is saying it's gonna slow down and not be so aggressive like they was. So they was at 75 and then they down to 50. Now we're gonna see what they keep doing, because I think the next one is in February 2023 when they're gonna meet again. And then by that time, the data gonna come out and we're gonna see what inflation is. It still going down or is it staying the same? You know what I'm saying? But the central bank forecast over another 3/4 point in rate increases next year, more than it previously estimated. Fed officials are thus signaling they believe inflation is still too high and aren't backing off their hard-nosed battle to subdue it despite growing recession risks. In a statement after a 2-day meeting, the Fed reiterated that ongoing rate increases will be appropriate to bring down yearly inflation to the Fed's 2% goal. Some economists reckon the Fed instead would say additional increases will be needed, signaling the Fed is close to winding down the hiking cycle. So y'all can do your own due diligence, do your own research, read all this. But basically, it looks like they're going to keep raising it at the same time. They slow it down, but they're going to keep raising it. So they probably ain't going to raise it by 75 no more. They're probably just going to stay with 50. But they're going to keep raising it because they still trying to tame it from what they say. It's still too high. So I know y'all wonder, Moneymane, what they got to do with crypto? It got everything to do with crypto, because crypto moves and the stock market moves. I know you don't want to say it or want to believe it, but I done seen it. It's moving with the stock market. So let's take a look at it. Bitcoin is up a little bit. Everything was up on the stock market because the Fed came out. The CPI data came out and said that inflation was coming down. So the stock market started turning green. So what happens with the crypto? As you can see, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two biggest cryptos in the world, are up 5% on the week, even though we only on Wednesday. Depends on you watching this video. But Bitcoin and Ethereum up. Now, like I said, it's moving with the stock market. Now, the stock market green. Some of the crypto, where the big crypto gonna be green. Now, all these down here, y'all know these are alternative coins. Some of these are alternative coins. The main two is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, if you want to put your money into something, you put it in Bitcoin or Ethereum. But I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm just telling y'all what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I got some Bitcoin. I had some Ethereum, but I'm gonna start getting back into it. But like I said, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's see. Let's take a look. It had peaked at 18,299 today at 1:50 p.m. So it had hit back up to 18,000, then it came down. I think when after the Fed say it was still gonna hike the rates. It gonna still, raise the basis points. They ain't gonna slow. They're gonna slow down as far as how much, but they gonna still increase it. Same thing with Ethereum, man. It's moving the same. Look at this. Moving the same. 1345. That's what it was early, not even 5 minutes after Bitcoin, and then it come tumbling down, bro. It come tumbling down. So just think about that, man. Just think about all that. And another catalyst with Bitcoin or crypto period is the FTX founder Sam Bankman fraud, like Kenny Grace like to say. He got arrested. So he was in the Bahamas, got arrested in the Bahamas, and they gonna extradite him back to the U.S. And whatever happened with that, that's, I guess you can say, a good thing. But them people still out of their money. So I mean, they still losing money. They still ain't got their money. This man just got arrested for stealing all the money. Let's see what happens with him. Hopefully he don't get off, because he stole all them folk money, gambling it away. But I mean, don't put your money in if you ain't willing to lose it. That's the number one rule. If you're not willing to lose it, don't put it in there. I know everybody on crypto bad and big, man, but you gotta be careful, man. Everybody ain't out here for your goodwill and your good positive advancement in life. Financial freedom. Some people out here just to scam, steal, and destroy. So just be careful, man. Do your own due diligence. Do your own research. But like I said, man, the feds, we just gonna have to wait and see. Cause I be watching videos. I'm still reading. I'm still learning. But man, it seems like we headed to a recession. So if you getting in some of these plays, even the stock market, if you getting in buying some of these stocks, buying some of this crypto while it's down, just know that it could be down even farther months to come, months ahead. So just dollar cost average, DCA. That's what it means. Dollar cost averaging. That means don't go all in at once. Just average down. Buy a little bit, then wait till it go down. If it runs up, then it just runs up. You can buy a little bit more when it run up, but you ain't got to. But if it come down from where you bought it at the first time, then you just keep buying down. That's what DCA means. But that's gonna do it, my seven, man. Y'all gotta like, subscribe, and share, and tell a friend.
My savages. Moneymane in the thing of a T, ain't playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Moneymane. You already know my savages. My savages. Moneymane in the thing of a T, ain't playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Moneymane. You all.